How the hell are ya? I'm ex-rusted, the Madman recluse, in the unknown location far from civilization, the Madman Cave. Welcome. This is the show where we examine strange theories that keep me up at night, mostly connections between nonfiction and reality. Now, I've decided to kick off this brand new series with a really bizarre theory of mine. I'm about to give you a mind blaster on an OMFGD level. Today's theory is called the final Y2K destination. So I've taken the Final Destination movie theory to a new level, a game-changing level, and I'm about to bring in the time traveler theory into play as well. So you heard about how John Titor stopped the Y2K disaster from happening? John, with the knowledge of our future's original Y2K fate, came from the year 2036, a horrifying dystopian future, to the past, using a GE time displacement device commissioned by the CIA. He frequented internet forums and spoke of the year 2000 in his timeline, where the world ended officially. All computers failed, planes dropped from the sky, the power went out. There was no hope of getting the electricity back, not to mention the internet, phone service, water service, 911, or the fire department. John Titor, having lived in this literal hell on earth for decades, went to the year 1975 to steal an obsolete computer, which would be the only effective tool to stop the Y2K disaster. So he shows up in December 1999, convinced officials to hook up this device to the master control, and saved this universe, which changed all around us. Those who didn't travel through time were totally unaware of this cosmic transition, of course, and now this is the new Mandela Effect timeline. This is the action which not only changed everything, but created a ripple effect, which death took control over and created a brand new design in a different universe. Since January 1st, 2000, death was slowly remaking the world, steering it into a disastrous path. And all who were supposed to die in the Y2K disaster have all, for some insane, inexplicable reasons, all ended up at the World Trade Center on the same day. All of which had their own reason to get there at that point of time. Generally, it took exactly a year for the survivors to meet their ends in the actual Final Destination movie series, but in real life, the rules are a tad more lenient 2 years for the Y2K survivors to meet their new fate. Death drew its inspiration from all the dystopic stories. It cannot be escaped. It cannot be stopped. As we can see from everything that's happened from 2001 till now, so let's think about it for a second. The world has been slowly ending since the year 2000, and let's face it, the world became a completely different place, bit by bit. If it was meant to end, Death's design put everything back on track to complete destruction. So what we are experiencing now, instead of just a Y2K apocalypse, is many apocalypses, built one on top of each other. And lo and behold, we are living during the craziest period of time imaginable. Something we could never conceive of when we were barely just little kids living in blissful naivety through the 90s. A real-life dystopian story, which is an amalgam of all the dystopian stories. Death's design took the Final Destination concept to a global scale. This world's new reality seems to be a slow-motion train wreck, grinding to a screeching halt. We humans are now just trying to live our lives as best we can. Some dismissive about the end, others living in fear of it, while still further others are not letting it get to them. And all kidding aside, folks, nobody should ever live in fear or ignorance. But not everyone can be strong and crazy and wily. No matter what, be strong in your own way, even if it's a normal way. Well, that's all I can tell you. Time for me to sign off, but before I go, remember, if your head hurts, my work is done here. For now. Until next time, so long, folks.